viewers. We are back at Top Notch Education Consultants, Programs and Productions. With us today is Madam Molly again. She's come with the Samaritan. And we want to appreciate you, Madam. You've been doing a good job. And welcome back so that our viewers can listen to your analysis. So maybe you tell our viewers the kind of work that you want to present to them this morning.
Hello viewers, it's yet another opportunity that I want to take to present to you. It's another series of our analysis of the play The Samaritan by John Lara. So today I want to look at the summary of Act 2, Scene 3. Act 2, Scene 3. I think that is going to form my basis analysis for today. So Act 2, Scene 3, so it is Thursday, late afternoon, and these two guys are meeting to chat over the events that happened the previous day. So they are at the Sky Room at the Madingo Golf Club, and I hope that you know that Madingo Golf Club is owned by the Inspector General of Police, that is Inspector Bembe. So the two rebels, I call them rebels because they have rebelled away from the Mayor Mosi. So that is Ramjai, the three, Ramjai, Seima, and King Ted. So they are meeting and they are standing around the table. They are sipping something from their glass, bottles of some gold white drink there. So as they meet, they chat over the event of the previous day, and in this act, there is a lot of humor coming from these guys. So someone says that, the event of the previous day, they went to pass a vote of no confidence on Mayor Mosi, and Mosi could not take that line down. So Mosi sent a gang. So Mosi in charge has some gang there called the Red Eagle Gang, which is being run by the black man. So he sent the gang the previous day to disrupt these people from the chamber so that they do not pass a vote of no confidence on him. So as they are chatting, there is a lot of humor here. So Seima says that the hooligans were brutal. So he had to literally draw a gun so that the hooligans would fly away or run away. So you can imagine how brutal or lethal these guys were. So remember, there is a whole mayor of the municipal in charge of a gang, the Red Eagle Gang. So this gang, they didn't come to play. Remember, Mosi Seima says that he had to literally draw a gun for these people to leave him alone. And then Ted says one hooligan aimed a rock. You can imagine what a rock looks like. So aimed a rock at him, and Seima says that he could not imagine that Mosi at his age, that Seima at his age could run so fast. Of course, when you are faced with death, you can do anything. So Ted has to literally run away. So that is humor. So Seima says he was shocked Ted could still run as fast at his age. So we have the theme that comes out of there. We have the theme of hooliganism. So hooliganism is conspicuously displayed in that act. So they think that it was more than hooligans and that it was like a military operation. So we are left to wonder, did they involve even the military? And remember, it is Inspector Bembe. He is in charge of the police. So we can only imagine that Inspector Bembe is close to Mayor Mosi. Maybe the hooligans who are sent were just dressed in but in real sense they were the police officers. That is why they think that it was more than hooligans, and that they think that it was like a military operation. So Seima says they'll not give up, they'll still continue. So after being chased away, they're still vowing to continue. They're not going to be cowards. They're still going to continue with their plan. So their plan is to do what? To oust the mayor. So they want to pass a vote of no confidence so that the mayor is chased away from the office. So they discuss. So in order to come, remember they're in this Madingo Golf Club to come up with a plan. Okay, their first attempt has failed. The first attempt has failed to pass a vote of no confidence on mayor. It has failed. So they've come here to look at it again because they're not going to give up. So to look at it, they are looking at the chamber. How is the chamber composed? What is the composition of the chamber? How are the people? The people who are at the chamber are different categories of people. And here they go ahead to discuss or describe the various people that are present in the chamber so that they know how to handle each group of the people present. So first they talk of, so Ted discusses the various categories. It is Ted, so he has been quite observant and he has come up with a clear description of every person or every category of people that are in the chamber. So first he talks of the indecisive type. So who are these indecisive types? So he says that it is being spearheaded by Honorable Ferreira and Mr. Key. I think the author was quite categorical on giving these people the names. So they say these can hardly commit to any side. So they are the indecisive type. They can hardly commit to any type. And we have Honorable Ferreira and Mr. Key. And there is some humor about Mr. Key. He says that Mr. Key can never make up his mind which door to open. And he's called Mr. Key. So how then is he called Mr. Key? So we have the number one group that they describe the indecisive type. These people, they do not know which side to commit to. And then the second type of categories of people that they talk about, or Ted talks about, is the headless type. You can imagine if you are headless. So the headless type, and they say that these are the majority. This is the majority in the parliament. So they have brains, but they don't use them. That is Ted's. Those ones are Ted's words. That the headless type, yes, they have brains, but do they use them? No, they don't use them. So they follow their ethnic leader. I think this is very common. So the headless type, they have brains, but they are waiting for their ethnic leader to tell them whether to turn left or right. So they have such type in their parliament too. So they wait for the leader to make decision for them in all matters, including deciding. That is a humor again. So there is a lot of humor. So Ted makes some fun. Then even the decision to go and pee, it is the leader that they are waiting for to tell them to go and pee. So most members of People's Party belong here. So there is a coalition there called the People's Party. So most members of the majority of people's of this category belongs to the People's Party and some of Moses Liberal Party. And then there is the second type of people or category of people that exist in this chamber. Then the Ted goes ahead and describes the third type. We have the entrepreneurial type. So these are political entrepreneurs. So they are very keen on making money. Of course, if you are if you have that entrepreneurial mind, it is money-like. So you vote the side that gives you what? More money. So that is the third category that they talk about. And then we have the last category of these, the people in the chamber. We have the independent-minded category. And obviously, they cannot be so many. These ones are just the chosen few, the exceptional few in the house. So this one is spearheaded or championed by the character called Honorable Developer. I hope earlier on I've said that the author was very categorical when naming these people. So we have the independent-minded category. So what do? These are people that listens to and serves the people. So Mr. Developer is one of them. So different to tell whether he's somehow Indo-Japanese or Indo-Chinese. So they make fun about Mr. Developer there. So they say that he has some terminal illness. But someone says, or Seima is the one who says it actually. He says that, maybe Mayor Mosi gave him some rat poison or some insecticide. So you can imagine the level of immorality. The mayor is just an immoral leader. So we cannot substantiate that because even maybe Seima is just thinking. Then we have Mr. Torch. Mr. Torch is also belonging to this category of the independent-minded category. So Mr. Torch, his real name is the Honorable Brian Hyde. But why is he called Mr. Torch? Does his name has some hidden meaning or hidden agenda there? So he's highly educated. People say he has so many ideas that don't seem to tie up something. So you can see the humor there. So you have got so many ideas, but they don't seem to tie up something. Then they say that Torch is a wise man because he spoke some wise man. Remember when Ted asked him, okay, when asked about who is better between Mosi and Ramdai. So Ramdai is the deputy mayor and Mosi is the mayor. So being a wise person, as Torch is, when asked or confronted with that question, then who is the wisest? Who is a good man between Mosi and Ramdai? Whom will you go for? Then he says that even in a monkey beauty contest, the winner has to be there. So that one is left for the readers and our viewers to thunder upon. Then after doing the analysis, they realized that it will not be too easy to convince this group of people. Then what next do they do? So they come up with a plan that will bring the deputy, the opposition chief, Honorable Basdeo, who is very eager to work with them. So Ramdai reports that the Basdeo, they should bring in Basdeo so that their side is more heavy. So they bring in Basdeo, that is the opposition whip or the opposition chief. So I call Ramdai, even Ted concludes that Ramdai is the master of deceit. So when he finally comes in, so he finally, during that conversation, he comes in, he comes in, and you can see the level of propaganda that Basdeo is spreading about Honorable Mosi, the mayor. So the first thing, they're hatching a plan that Basdeo is going to spread some propaganda about Honorable Mosi, so that he knows very well what augurs well with the majority. So he's going to spread some rumors so that people believe them and turns against Mayor Mosi. So Basdeo's plot on Mosi is to spread propaganda. First, he wants to say that there are some ethnic communities that Mosi has marginalized so that they don't get the equal resources as others. And again, he says that he's going to spread a propaganda or a rumor that Mosi's people, the people from his ethnic community, has some peculiar smell, so that when they walk or you see them, you smell that smell. So they are not just good people. So they end the meeting, agreeing to organize the people. So they feel relieved and decide they'll go for a drink just then. So that is just before Basdeo walks in. So when Basdeo comes, they are feeling very relieved because Basdeo has filled them with a lot of propaganda against the mayor. I think that is all to do with Act 2, and they plan to hold a meeting on Friday next week, but again settled on Wednesday. Thank you for watching.